But even in North America, it's actually shocking how much makgeolli has grown.
The makgeolli is really, really good. I really do like the sweetness of it.
It's just a really nice texture to it. It's got like a little bit of fizz in there, which I really like. It's not like a traditional wine.
For me, like a girl, I'm very picky with flavors. This for me, like I could drink with my friends.
My name's Daniel Kim. I'm the CEO of Kim's Winery. I joined this company officially in October of 2023, but really I've been part of the company for most of my life because it's actually started by my parents. So it's been a family company since 2008. My parents, are from Korea. I was born in Korea myself, but they came to Canada when I was just 2 years old. So I grew up mostly in Ontario, in Toronto, where we are now. My parents tried all sorts of things trying to support our family growing up in Canada as an immigrant family. I didn't have the best relationship with my parents. They did their best to support us growing up and always put food on the table and always have nice clothes for us to wear. But because of the language barriers and the cultural barriers, and they were always working, I didn't really have the best connection with them. I didn't really have the best relationship with my parents. So I just lived life, finding my own career here. And when you're young, in your 20s, you kind of prioritize things that are like fun with your friends. You prioritize for, things that are for fun. Then you get older and you start to think about like what's important in your life and like what's really meaningful in your life. So, I was living in New York City after COVID, and in 2023, in the summer, I came back to Toronto to help my parents. They had a booth to sell their products at the Toronto Korean Festival. As we were preparing for the festival and I was helping my dad, and I started to try the makgeolli, and we would have dinner together and drink, and he would share his makgeolli with me. Makgeolli kind of opened up our way to communicate to each other, right? Before that, we didn't really have much to talk about or like things to talk over, but once you drink some makgeolli, you kind of feel more comfortable, loosen up, you start to talk more, and you start to talk a little more honestly, I guess. Because of those feelings, you are creating more connection. As you get older, I think you start to realize like what's really important in your life is like the connections you have with your loved one. Building those is probably the most valuable thing in your life. For the first time in my life, I started to feel a little more connected to him as a person and start to realize like who he was, what his dreams were, and what, why he made choices. The mission, of Kim's Winery is really to build connections and bring people closer together, despite, all the cultural and language barriers you might have, and share the love, because that's what it did for my family. And so we want to share our makgeolli with all of you.
This is a pride in Toronto. This is the first makgeolli brewery.
The Korean Festival was a lot bigger than I thought. I was just here to help and I didn't think too much of it, but I was just blown away by how many people really loved our products. I helped at the festival for 3 days and 2 nights, working all day long, but it was one of the best experiences that I've had, just talking to the customers, seeing how their faces lit up when they enjoyed this product and how they were so eager to learn about what makes makgeolli different from other types of alcohol. There you go. So Sang Original is on your right, and this is going to be the sunmak, which is a little more sweet.
Bought like a makgeolli kit once and tried to make it at home. That was our first time having makgeolli. So we bought this today to actually compare it to that taste and see if it compares. And yeah, it's really good and it's very refreshing.
No, really, I enjoy it. It's got a little bit of a tang, but refreshing, and I enjoy it.
There were so many people. I was standing, working like 12 hours trying to serve people makgeolli. We had prepared 1,000 bottles worth of makgeolli or something like that, and it was like all gone. And so we had to, after the festival, like Friday night, we had to come back and make more makgeolli to get ready for the next day. It was absolutely crazy. That festival, I felt something I've never felt before, which was this sense of pride and accomplishment that people actually loved our products. There were people who came every day just to drink our makgeolli. It was just an unreal moment for me. Now, looking back, that's where I decided, I think, to commit to Kim's Winery, to commit to growing my family's business and to share our makgeolli with the world.